on game day. Anything is possible on any given Thursday. I'm Jamie Watson, thrilled and honored to be here with you. Can't wait to see these future stars here right now in Aruba. The anthems are about to take place, so I wanted to let you know what they are. The anthem for Jamaica is entitled Land We Love. Their national motto, Out of Many, One, and their nickname, the Reggae Girls. And for St. Vincent and the Grenadines, their anthem is entitled, when you hear them singing, St. Vincent, Land So Beautiful. And sure enough, it is. Their national motto, Peace and Justice. And their nickname we will refer to throughout the broadcast, Vincy Heat. And so, a little bit of a background there for you. We simply await the Concacaf song, which changes all the time, always inspiring, and the traditional procession, the walkout, where the referees will lead. Your team captains will be in line next, followed by the field players. And what a tremendous opportunity to put on your national team kit and travel from Jamaica and St. Vincent and the Grenadines here to Aruba for a week of competition to qualify. And 28 teams started the week all in the hopes of winning their group, and there are 6 groups. And the winner of each group will move on to the second round, where they will meet the top 4 teams that had a bye, and they are in no particular order: US, Canada, Mexico, and Costa Rica. It's exciting. They just recently changed the Under-17 format for the Women's World Cup. Will happen every year now. In fact, that's what all these players are looking to qualify for in November in Morocco. So exciting times. And I hear the PA, so we are about to get underway shortly. And I've always got one ear out for the Concacaf song. They do such a great job, really in general, providing an unbelievable event, an elite event like this for these young women. Gives me chills. I don't know about you, but we have come so far, so wonderful to see the opportunities that they have today to compete. The anthems are next, so I'm going to lay out and let you enjoy them, as will I. I'll catch you on the other side. goodness, that was a beautiful anthem, wasn't it? St. Vincent and the Grenadines sounded like bells and steel drums together. The most important part to me here is the handshakes, the abiding by the spirit and the letter of the beautiful game. So important, and that means shaking with the officials and your opponents. And we'll meet the officials shortly, but the captains will exchange flags in a moment. But first, the starting 11 photos, all part of the pomp and circumstance that these youngsters, I mean literally 14, 15, 16, 17-year-olds, will never forget. I'm quite sure of it. And let me correct myself, by the way, and I'll do that in a second. Let's get to the starting lineups, most importantly, for head coach Marlon Hilton and Jamaica. Starting in goal, number 1, London Cathy, just 15 years of age, plays for the Rise Soccer Club, and also the captain, by the way, number 10, Elizabeth Miller, in the 10 jersey in the midfield, and up top, Tiana Grant, wearing the 14 jersey. Keep an eye on her. Just 15 years of age, plays for BlackRock. As you see, the captains exchanging flag. Beautiful. Love it. I mentioned the top 4 teams. It's Puerto Rico and not Costa Rica. We must give credit to where credit is due. It's Mexico, the United States, Canada, and Puerto Rico are the top 4. Costa Rica is actually ranked 5th. All right, let's go ahead and meet our officials. Great to see an all-female crew, as always. Your lead official, Sandra Benitez from El Salvador, Abigail McKenzie from Barbados, Heidi Call from Guatemala, and Moika Cairn from France. And the St. Vincent and the Grenadine lineup, they're going to be coming out in a 4-4-2. In goal, Haisha Thomas, the 16-year-old, the netminder, if you will. Your captain will be in the 10 jersey, forward Stephanie Hunt. And keep your eye up top, number 14, Kiana Hazel, just 15 years of age, and we will get to calling out everybody's name, which they've earned it, and it's important, and we're going to do it. Teams have met once before. In 2017, it was a 7-0 victory for Jamaica. Just waiting for the whistle. Underway in Aruba. In the all-blue uniforms, it's St. Vincent and the Grenadines, moving left to right on your dial. And Jamaica in the yellow tops, of the early steal here down the left flank, just outside the penalty area, and then there's a right-footed cross all the way to the other side of the penalty area, and there's a right-footed shot. Bang, just like that. Jamaica on the offensive, but over the crossbar it went. Goal kick coming out, and that shot by number 15, Chanel Walters. One of the youngsters, only 2 14-year-olds in the starting lineup for Jamaica. But you and I both know it's not about how old you are. A lot of times it's how good you are. As we've seen some 16-year-olds get contracts in the NWSL. I think a 14-year-old last year for Gotham. I mean, I'm just, you know, if it works for each player and their families, I'm just happy that these women are getting paid to play the game they love. Here's Jamaica with another steal. And that ball's kicked over the touchline. Throw in for the Reggae girls. As you can see, the beautiful flags. Always love the flags. You can tell how the wind is coming across the pitch. And there's another right-footed ball across, being held up by the wind, you can see there. And it's kept in by Jamaica. Just outside the box now to the right of the D. And now finally it looks like it's going to be cleared. It's going to be a foot race here as the goalkeeper, London Cathy, is going to get her first touch for Jamaica. Offside flag stays down, right into the box, and then finally, yes, good call, I thought so. That's number 11 offside, Jamara Jones. the 16-year-old for Jamaica. Ever so tempting to take a little bit more than you're allowed. And that all forwards must stay level with the last defender. Here's number 7 for SVG. Raydalia Boot plays for Bequia United. She'll give way to number 2, Zonia Harry. And Jamaica, one of my favorite players in all of professional women's football, hails from Jamaica, and that's the great Bunny Shaw. Playing in the WSL now, and has been for several years. What a great player for Jamaica. Still playing for her country. So many great names from Concacaf go on to play professionally. Many, obviously, from the United States, Canada, Mexico. One of my favorite players, Ovalle, just signed with the NWSL from Mexico. Played for Tigres. The women's game is exploding, and you love to see it. It all starts right here. Here's Tiana Grant. Talked about her at the top. And you can see some crafty moves, helps her draw a foul. And all you attacking players, whether you're a midfielder or a forward, change of direction, change of speed. That's how you beat defenders. All right, free kick for Felicia Brown of Jamaica. About 38 yards away, near this near side touchline. It looks to be a right-footed driven ball up in the air in the wind, and goalkeeper wasn't quite sure, and so ball still bouncing around on this near flank. Jamaica in control and played once more into the box, but this time goalkeeper Aisha Thomas able to pick it up with that smart goalkeeper kit. They always get the best colors and the best kits. All right, throw in for Jamaica. Jamaica pretty comfortable knocking it around in their own defensive third. And that time, a little too heavy on that pass, and it goes over the touchline. Throw in. Coming up for St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and I do love their royal blue kits, blue socks, looking sharp. Brown just says, get that out of here for Jamaica as they attempt to build up the right flank near midfield. Good give and go there, and well done to let that go as that player was offside. Now an overlapping run onside, and ball right in front of the goal, finally cleared beautifully. That was looking like trouble for that back line of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So it'll be a throw in near the corner flag. And indeed, it looks like that is an offside call, I think. Arm straight up in the air, so for the referee. So it'll be an indirect free kick coming out. And that is Zonia Harry to take it for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Great camera work by our Concacaf crew. Goalkeeper for Jamaica down. That's London Kathy, the 15-year-old. Also the captain, plays for Rise Soccer Club. Jamaica, in their last 11, they're on an unbeaten streak of 9 wins and 2 draws. So Jamaica coming in hot, as they say. Proud tradition of football in the country of Jamaica. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, on the other hand, only 4 appearances in the Under-17 qualifiers. They have yet to manage any wins and just 1 goal, but, you know, you keep showing up, you keep getting coached up, you keep practicing, you keep playing, and that's how you get better. And always a fan of a cooling break. Hydration, particularly water and electrolytes. Plain water doesn't have electrolytes, so make sure you're the night before, morning of, pre-game, in-game, post-game, you're getting electrolytes to go with that water. All right, looks like she's going to be okay. I'm not sure what bothered her. I think she only touched the ball once, but back to live action we go. Jamaica played to a 1-1 draw versus Guyana, and it was Nicolette Prendergast who scored that equalizer in the 85th minute. So Guyana up 1-0 on the 13th ranked Jamaica, but they found a way to get a point. Guyana ranked 17th, so that would have been a heck of an upset. And still, a draw is worthy of that point. Oh, this is trouble, and fortunately, got to keep your eye. We mentioned number 10, your captain, Stephanie. I'm sorry, number 10 is Elizabeth Miller for Jamaica. She took a swing at it. Wide left. And it looks like it'll be the first corner kick of the match for Jamaica. And we saw the flag, so you can see the corner flag as well. This is going to be going directly into the wind. So hopefully a low-driven type ball keeps it out of the wind. That'll be number 11 to take it. That's Jamara Jones. And the official having some words with the 2 players were sort of jostling back and forth on the post, and the referee just setting the tone early, let everybody know who's the boss. And back to the short corner, and here comes a right-footed cross to the far post, and it's just a little too heavy on the touch, and it sails over the byline. Goal kick for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. That's Jamara Jones. Currently unattached, as they say, not playing with a club team right now. But I have heard from people that as Jamaica with another steal in the box, and that was a huge save. Tremendous save by Thomas. Just literally as somewhat of a reaction save, and probably also kicked right at her. But Jamaica continues to knock, knock, knock on the door of the defense of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Well played. Good sportsmanship there. Well played by number 2, Zanaya Harris. So she draws that foul. Now it's a free kick coming up for St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and they're starting to show some of their physicality. And that ball deflected right away by Jamaica. Well done. Here's Jamara Jones. And well played by that back line. Riquana Richards had to stop so as not to be offside. Some good communication by Harry and her goalkeeper, Thomas. Here's Tiana Grant to throw it in for Jamaica. And that one is handled by Thomas. Plays her club ball with the Glenside Ball Blazers. And now another touchback from Brown to her goalkeeper, Kathy. Always a good idea to get some early touches for your keeper. And a foot race. And Zanaya Harry's been busy on that back line for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Jamaica attacking once more. Good speed on that right flank. And here comes a cross, but it's deflected, and another corner kick for Jamaica. It'll be the second so far early on. 14th minute, scoreless if you're just joining us. Jamaica 0, St. Vincent and the Grenadines 0 here in beautiful Aruba, low 80s. Gorgeous day, bit windy. And again, if it's windy, you want to keep the ball on the ground or low and driven. Here's Tiana Grant with the left foot. It's an in-swinger. There's a low-driven ball, exactly how you want to do it. It's cleared, still in the penalty area. Grant with the left foot. Off the post! Oh my! Tiana Grant rings the bell early for Jamaica. And she'll take the throw on the far side. Can only have one ball on. Here's the shot. Watch this left-footed laser. Ding! Off the side post. And there's another shot and a block by Thomas. She has done a beautiful job. Could possibly be 2 or 3-0 so far. Thomas keeping them in the game, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, that is. And there's a left-footed shot that goes wide right by Jamaica. And there's the save on the right boot. It was a shot by Shanae Waters, I'm sorry. No, it is Walters. Point blank range, and heck of a reflex by Haisha Thomas. There's a right-footed blast just inside the 18, and that goes over the crossbar. Terrific shot by, that's Riquana Richards. Plays for Frazier's Whip. But heck of a take there. I mean, it is so challenging, but you must train yourself to get your chest over the ball, your knee over the ball, your toe down. And that is how you keep a ball low and on frame. We see so many at this level. The tendency, it just feels so natural to stand up and back, and then the ball sails over the crossbar. All right, third corner kick of the match for Jamaica. It'll be Tiana Grant once more with the left foot in swinger. Last time she went driven low to the near post, and they'll go short this time. And unchallenged, and here comes a cross to the far post, and a header wide left, but good positioning. That was the header by number 6, Jaya Leckie, but I mean, it was perfect except for the finish. I mean, just didn't find the back of the net, so you got to applaud the opportunity. Even the accuracy of that pass in this wind was outstanding. All right, down the left flank. Walters, one of the 14-year-olds, just 2, alongside number 18, Talicia Anderson. And flag stays down, surprisingly. And another great block. It was surprising to me, but I'm sure the replay showed that I was wrong. But I'm just so impressed with this goalkeeper. Haisha Thomas came all the way out to block down the angle and ends up making yet another save. (2023) this stadium, Stadion Guillermo Prospero Trinidad, who is a local politician, got an update. Here's that save. I mean, this really looks like it's going to be an easy goal for Jamaica, but Thomas says, nah, get that out of here. The renovations done to this stadium are beautiful. Look at those lights, are brand new, and just love that these youngsters are getting to play on such quality pitches. 4 countries are hosting, by the way, this elite event, the Under-17 women's qualifiers. And they are Nicaragua, Bermuda, Curacao, and here at Aruba, this could be trouble. 1v1 for Richards. And a great recovery run defensively. Tremendous recovery run defensively for St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and Richards is still down. Let's take a look at this replay, and just out of nowhere, flying in comes number 4, Nalia Kidd. The 16-year-old plays for Sharpers FC. Applaud that defensive effort without question. Jamaica certainly has to be feeling thwarted. And the referee's going to call a dangerous play on Jamaica, so free kick coming out for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And the referee having a word saying, remember, play the ball. I think I heard her say, play the ball. And when you do that, you don't get called for those fouls, most likely. Our head coaches once again for Jamaica, Marlon Hilton and Ralph Stowe for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. 21st minute, still scoreless. Right side of the penalty area, and a rocket off the right foot. But once again, up high. When I was coaching, we would spend a lot of time on power shooting and training your body, as I said, to be compact, so you can shoot balls on frame, because if the ball's not on frame, it never has an opportunity to go in. And so that's the name of the game when you're an attacker. And there's a ball just wide left. Excuse me, wide right of the goal. And a poor goal kick. And so often it's wide left. It's poor clearances that lead to easy goals for your opponent, but there's number 10 on that far side, Elizabeth Miller. And with that shot is number 8, Jennifer Williams. Also plays for Fraser's Whip FC. And that did not miss by much, folks. One thing I like that Jamaica's doing are taking quick shots, like 1 touch, 2 touch, and that's how you beat a goalkeeper. They're unable to react in enough time. And Jamaica certainly has had enough pace on their shots, so really it's just been a matter of accuracy, finding the places where the goalkeeper is not. If you're just joining us, it's really been Jamaica, I'd say probably 90% possession, 90 to 10. St. Vincent and the Grenadines has been doing a lot of defending. And down the right flank, Jamara Jones, she has switched right and left. That ball's blocked. Another cross to the left side. And there's a right-footed blast, and right at the goalkeeper once more. It's Chanel Walters. Beautiful touch though there. Keep your head high. I mean, this number of shots Jamaica is bound to get to find the back of the net at some point. And there's the goalkeeper, comes out. A little miscommunication, but still doesn't go in the back of the net. Corner kick, the fourth corner kick for Jamaica on the far side. It'll be Tiana Grant once more. See, that wind is whipping. A good bending ball to the near post. We'll do it again. But I like the variety of services. And they'll go short now. And they're changing it up short and long. Here comes Grant once more with the left foot. And Zanaya Harry just says, all right, I'm just going to play that over the byline. And once more, they're not really playing the short corner, so I don't have a problem with them going back to it. There's a left-footed ball right into the thick of things. Could be trouble, and another great save. Thomas getting horizontal. You know what they say, just throw out all the stats. Yes, Jamaica beat them 7-0, but that was, yep, and that's a foul in 2017. That foul's on number 14. I believe that's 14, Kiana Hazel. You know, we talked about pace. Not enough pace on that one to beat the goalkeeper, but they're going to put it together, you would think. There's Chanel Walters, the 14-year-old. And it'll be Brown once more with the big leg for Jamaica. Lots of options here. High line just between the 12 and the 18. You know, you should have runners going far post, near post, and right down the middle. And there it goes, bouncing in. Beautiful play, and the keeper does well to come outside of the 6-yard box and pick it up. And Brown will just blast that high into the penalty area. And they are continuing to knock. That time Elizabeth Miller trying to pop it over the goalkeeper's head, but it goes to the right, and the goalkeeper is able to track it down. That'll be a throw-in for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And I believe this is a cooling break. Two things that I've come to love. The cooling break, because dehydration is serious business. And it literally is maybe 90 seconds to 2 minutes, not very long. You get water and electrolytes in-game. The second thing I love is stopping play for head injuries. Any possible concussion, let's stop, take a break. And again, those instances are short-term, but it means so much. I mean, player safety is the most important thing, in my opinion, and That's why you have great referees here. They keep the players safe. That's why Concacaf has medical personnel. Each team has a medical. They have water. They have electrolytes. Well, I don't know that they have electrolytes. I hope they do. You know, and it is an opportunity for the coaches to, you know, have a quick word with their players. You know, when it's not warm, they don't have that opportunity. So, especially at this age, this level, I don't mind that either. All about learning. All right, back to live action we go. We're in Aruba, hosting several groups this week. And you remember how cool it was when you were younger to travel for a competition. And this is a big one. This is a World Cup qualifier. The top 6 teams, all the group winners will qualify. Here's a foot race, and this is trouble! And a heck of a defensive play once again by number 4, Kidd. Are you kidding me? This looked like it had goal written all over it. Richards was in, and once again, out of nowhere, number 4, Nyla Kidd. Again, the 7th corner kick. And it looks like we will do it again. 8 corner kicks for Jamaica. Walters gets tripped up from, well, not tripped up, but St. Vincent and the Grenadines got a foot in there. They have just been a tremendously resilient defensive side right now. At halftime, we will get you the full stats, but it's got to be close to 20 shots on goal, if not higher. And goalkeeper Haisha Thomas has been outstanding. Here's Tiana Grant, a blast with the left foot, but blocked once again by St. Vincent and the Grenadines. They have sort of fallen into a low block, and it's somewhat natural when you are under attack like this, but a low block is certainly a strategy, and it's hard to get through. Grant with another cross in the box and played over the byline. And if you have a little time, you want to go to the touchline, not the byline. Because it'll be corner kick number 9, and we know so many goals are scored off set pieces, so throw-ins are a whole lot less harmful. Now finally Kidd comes over and marks the short corner. Perhaps that was part of the coaching advice from Marlon Hilton. And not a corner, forgive me. Stays 9, and it's just went off the foot of Jamaica. All right, a rare moment with the ball in their own half for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Vincent Heat needs to start heating up in the attacking third instead of having to play so much in the defensive third. And that ball still onside. We go forward. It is Jones to the right side with a cross and a shoulder for Walters. And there's a right-footed shot over the crossbar by Richards. You know, Walters had a perfect opportunity to head the ball, and watch this. This really is a header. I mean, that should have been a header all day and twice on Sunday. But I've noticed as the years go by that youngsters not crazy about heading the ball, much like when I was growing up. I couldn't wait to, a diving header was my dream to score that way. So it really doesn't hurt if you do it properly. You just have to attack the ball with your forehead. And it's really just an efficient opportunity to score goals, as opposed to your right shoulder has like very little surface area to try to score. And of course it's close to the arm, which will be the handball. All right, the Vincent Heat are heating up and starting to see a couple of balls in their own half. 34th minute, scoreless between these two. Comes Walters once more down the left side towards the 6-yard box, and she's pushed off the ball, but once again the offside flag is up. Fortunate. Got to be careful with that kind of pushing in the box. It's a foul and could be a penalty kick, but Walters too soon, offside. Here's Tiana Grant. It's a 7-on-7 battle, and Boot plays it over the byline. Okay, corner kick number 10 in the 36th minute. See the beautiful flags flying, Concacaf flag and the Aruba flag, alongside these two countries, Jamaica and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. There's a left-footed shot right at the goalkeeper. Shot by number 6, Jaya Leckie. The 16-year-old plays for Hamilton United Elite. I think that's her second shot on goal, and you know, her shots have been on frame. And Thomas gathers that. Takes it to the top of the 18, a left-footed punt. And the wind is certainly aimed at your screen, moving horizontally from that far side to the near side. Okay. Brown is there to clear it, but St. Vincent and the Grenadines starting to move in the right direction. Here's a battle. Well played, spilled by the goalkeeper. Finally gets her hands on it, and that is a foul. Generally, I mean, you have to protect goalkeepers who are on the ground, head, near feet, all that. If the goalkeeper's fingers are on the football, it deemed possession for the goalkeeper. And that may not seem like a lot, but that's how you protect goalkeepers. And that is, Haisha Thomas has been tremendous in this first 37 minutes. Some good combination play by Jamaica down that right side. Another corner kick coming up. Number 11. Costa Rica leads the tournament in total goals coming into today at 29. Dominica has 18 and is tied with Honduras, who is in this group at the top. And there is a flick on, and it goes in. It looks like an own goal. If I saw that correctly, an own goal. Let's see if we can see this replay here. And it looked like it, not a flick, but it deflected off the hip. I didn't catch the number. We'll need some assistance on that. But Jamaica goes up 1-0 in the 39th minute. And they finally break through. I do think it was an own goal. We'll check it. Here's Grant. Oh, that's a lovely little hezzy fake by Grant. Shoved out of bounds by Ray Dahlia Boot. Boote. So if you're just joining us, I think the referees are now sorting out. Oh, yeah, Tiana Grant, she did take a big hit and still on the ground. And the referees chatting, I suspect, about who was responsible for that own goal, but it could have been anybody on that left side, that back line for SVG. Kidd, Jones. All right, we are just receiving confirmation. It was indeed Nayla Kidd, I should say. And it's unfortunate because she has probably been the most outstanding defender back there. And it just truly one of the most unfortunate things. 12th corner kick coming up for Jamaica. The ball just deflected off of her hip, really from about, I don't know, I'd say 12 to 15 yards away, and it went in the goal. All right, left foot by Grant here. Back out towards the 18 to the top of the D. Richards gets it poked away. Back Brown back to Richards. Leckie plays it back to Richards on that right flank. And there you see the own goal by Kidd. It's an interesting flick by the right shoulder by Kidd. Also not wanting to head it. Out of danger. Here's Grant. She'll wind up. Nope, she's going to pass it. A give and go. And that left foot goes wide left. Left-footed shot and grabbing her left ankle. And was that a foul called in the penalty box? I believe it was, right? Yeah, definitely from behind. So, penalty kick coming up. How about that? Been really impressed with Grant, the 15-year-old. Plays for Black Rock FC. And it does appear Jamaica is going to have a penalty kick. And holding the ball for Jamaica is number 6, Jaya Leckie. So, St. Vincent and the Grenadines held tight till the 38th minute. Our first goal was scored, an own goal by Kidd. Number 4, deflected off of her. Now they get a chance to put their stamp on one of their own goals. Pun intended. It's Lecky. Lecky, she's locked in, isn't she? Lecky with a strike. Beautiful, solid instep to the right of the goal. Count it, 43rd minute. Jamaica leads 2-0. That is about as technically, clinically sound as you could get on a PK taken by Jaya Lecky. Here's the foul once more. Grant gets whacked from behind by number 7, Boutte. And here's Lecky with the clinical finish on the PK. I love how the goalkeeper said, not so fast. And I also love how Jamaica is trying to hustle and go get it to score more goals. And that's in part because Honduras has 18 goals scored. And Jamaica had a 1-1 tie. They're trying to catch up in goal differential. Honduras is going to make that awfully tough. Honduras, by the way, ranked in the top 10 at number 9. And they lead this group. And as I mentioned earlier, all the group winners, A through F, will advance to round 2, where they will meet the top 4 teams on bye. And from that round 2, 4 teams will be selected from Concacaf to represent Concacaf at the Women's World Cup in Morocco later this year. And 45th minute as we wind down this first half. Expected 2 additional minutes of stoppage time. And that is number 3 for Jamaica, Kyra Grant, 15-year-old, playing on that right side. She'll take this free kick. And there's a low-driven ball beautifully. There's a second ball in, blocked, shot, and then Brown lifting it over the crossbar, a shot from distance. As we are into extra time now, and I'd have to say it's a bit of a win for St. Vincent and the Grenadines to keep this constant onslaught of an attack by Jamaica and only to have 2 goals. Let's see if they can escape, or maybe could they get one back, cut this deficit in half. There have been some really quality contests this week. Here was another right-footed cross into the box. Boutte is able to clear it. Well done. And that ball is stolen right back by Jennifer Williams in the 8 jersey for Jamaica. And then she is dispossessed. Here's number 9. That's Astrobino. And that's great hustle down the right flank. And Boutte, she's been playing a lot of defense. You can see her head like, so glad that went over the touchline. Just a few seconds remaining here. Take that throw in is Kiana Hazel, number 14 for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And that'll do it. Your first half score, Jamaica 2, St. Vincent and the Grenadines 0. Your goal scoring summary, it was an own goal by number 4, Kidd, in the 38th minute. That was the first goal. And in the 43rd minute, it was a PK by number 6 of Jamaica, Jaya Leckie. And that's your halftime score. Stay with us. When we come back, we're going to have first half highlights of those 2 goals and statistics just for you. You're watching Concacaf Women's Under-17 Qualifiers. Don't go anywhere. And welcome back to our first half highlights. And early on, it was Jamaica, and then more Jamaica, and more Jamaica. Much more. There's the first save from Haisha Thomas, the goalkeeper from SVG, who's been outstanding in this first half. 3 or 4 literally point-blank saves she made, but it was an onslaught. And there's a post ringer from Jamaica by Tiana Grant. Just rung that bell. The goalkeeper's best friend, right? Always. But it remained 0-0 for 37 minutes. There's another point-blank save right off the left foot of Thomas. You can see it here as Walters of Jamaica takes it, and literally Jamaica has only been off accuracy-wise. I mean, they've certainly had a number of opportunities, as we'll see when we look at the statistics in a moment. But there's another good first-time take by number 7, Richards. A total of 12. Count them up, folks. 12 corner kicks for Jamaica. And Grant serves a beauty to Leckie, but she can't head it on frame, and it goes wide left. But just absolute pinpoint accuracy from number 14, Tiana Grant. And that is just a really well-timed ball as Jamaica stays onside. But guess who? Thomas comes charging out just at the right time. And that's number 10, Elizabeth Miller. And that left-footed shot gets deflected by the goalkeeper. And just when it went through the legs of Thomas, over comes Nyla Kidd, number 4, out of nowhere. Watch this defensive play. I mean, just tremendous work by the defender from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And here comes another ball that really should have been headed, but Walters gives it up for her teammate. It's just that lean back and it goes up over the bar, but one of many, many shots from Jamaica in this first 45. That shot by Richards. And there is the goal. Unfortunate. It deflects off of the hip of number 4 in blue, Nyla Kidd. It's unfortunate because she has been outstanding defensively. And that shot, give credit to number 18, Talicia Anderson, who, if they ever start giving the person who took the shot goals, that would have been hers. And there is a penalty kick. A little bit of a late call by Boutte. You can watch number 7 come in here and just hacks at the right ankle of Tiana Grant, and a penalty kick is given, rightly so. And it's Leckie with just a clinical finish. Beautiful instep, a lot of surface area on that right foot for accuracy. And we'll see it once more. This is one that you can learn from. Put it on the tape. Jamaica up 2-0 in the 43rd minute. And that's how we ended that first half. Let's take a look at our halftime statistics, and can't wait to see this number for number of shots on goal for Jamaica. And look at that, 20. I think that was the number I shouted out. 20 shots, 12 corner kicks. And I love whoever's doing possession because that is more than generous at 66. I'd probably put it up to 80-20, and that still might be generous as St. Vincent and the Grenadines doing a lot of defending in that first 45. Stay with us. When we come back, we will have your second half kick from Aruba. Don't go anywhere. Jeremiah Johnson Mighty. That is the longest name I have ever read. A lot of syllables in that one, a lot of letters. A few words from head coach Marlon Hilton to Richards. You know, again, I think the halftime message is we need to score a lot of goals to catch up to Honduras if we want to win our group. So I imagine a quick onslaught. Here's a number 15 sub for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Let's shout it out. It's Catania Smart, the 15-year-old, plays for Glenside Ball Blazers. All rotational players getting an opportunity here. All right, just waiting for the second half whistle, you know, sorting out things. I'm Jamie Watson, excited and thrilled to be here to call this one. It's been a great week. 28 teams of the 41 Concacaf nations are here competing in the Under-17 women's qualifiers. 6 teams from one, you know, whoever wins their group A through F will advance to a 12-team tournament at the round 2, and from that, 4 CONCACAF nations will qualify for the Women's World Cup. Underway in Aruba, half number 2. And it's Richards down the right flank. Of course, Jamaica in the traditional yellow, St. Vincent and the Grenadines in the all blues. And those are your subs. Of course, Miller out. 10 and 11 for Jamaica. Number 11, Kersha Slater, out for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. All right. As we mentioned, in this Group D, it's Honduras at the top with 6 points and 2 wins. Jamaica in second place with 4 points. So they are working hard here to get 3 here. Guyana with 1 point, Aruba and St. Vincent and the Grenadines with 0 points. Now, later this evening at 7 p.m., it will be the hometown team, Aruba, taking on Guyana. So please join me for that at 7 p.m. right here at Guillermo Prospero Trinidad Stadion. He was a local politician, and we thank him for providing this beautiful stadium. That is number 5, Marlana Sam, to take the throw-in for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Pretty sure that was offside. And indeed, the flag goes up. Thanks to our assistant referees today, Abigail McKenzie from Barbados, Heidi Call from Guatemala, and our 4th official, who's in charge of substitutions and extra time and keeping the coaches and the rotational players under control, Moika Calme from France. And how can I forget our lead official in the middle, Sandra Benitez from El Salvador. All CONCACAF nations, of course. Well, not France, but 17 appearances for Jamaica in this under-17 prelim round. Currently an unbeaten streak in the last 11. 9 wins, 2 draws. So they currently in the lead here at 2-0. And breakaway down that left flank, just inside the penalty area now, towards the 6-yard area. And that shot, not enough pace on it. And Thomas picks it up, walks it to the top of the 18 and distributes with her hand. Another blocked cross. The Vincent Heat has been really good at thwarting crosses and shots, deflections. 20 first half shots, and this could be trouble. And just unlucky Richards. Right idea, but Thomas just finds herself in the right place at the right time for the Vincent Heat. Here's Richards once more, right into the middle of the park, just to the, outside the top of the D. Now on the left side, on the 18. Oh, some great footwork there. That looks like Walters. Then a left-footed shot deflected over the byline. First corner kick of the second half for Jamaica. They had 12 in the first half, and that is number 15. Walters has been knocking all game long. And credit to Thomas. She had her position right on that near post. All right, they'll go short once more, and no pressure from the Vincent Heat. It's Richards right at the top of the D, working inside the penalty area. And there's a left-footed shot. Not a lot of pace on that from number 3, Kyra Grant. And unable to matriculate out of that defensive third. As Butte does a nice job to turn her back. But Jamaica just keeps on rolling. Here's substitute number 9 for Jamaica, the top of the D, but she's called for a foul on number 14, Kiana Hazel. Free kick coming out. There's Kiana for the Vincent Heat. Number 9, Milena Karamaya Johnson Mighty for Jamaica, just checked in. Just trying to make her mark on this game for Jamaica. There's another cross into the box. Oh, the keeper's unable to get to it. Richards tries to find the back of the net, but goalkeeper Thomas gets back, but it does trickle over the byline. Corner kick number 2 of this second half, and number 14 in total. And look at that wind. You see the corner flag, so once again, they'll be driving that ball into the wind. There's Grant once more. Tiana Grant has been busy. It'll be another corner kick. 15. Look at the ball moving without her even. That's how strong the wind is. And that OB out of bounds. I was going to say, she has good technique. And you got to get that plant foot. You know, really a free kick from the corner should never go out of bounds. I mean, never. So you just got to get your plant foot pointed towards the penalty spot. Even if you do that, it'd be almost impossible to kick it, you know, out of bounds. You don't want to waste any of those precious corner kicks. Oh, tremendous hustle by the Vincent Heat to keep that in play. Good physical play from number 10, Stephanie Hunt, the captain. And just like that, with one blast out of the back from Jamaica, right to the feet of Walters. Oh, what a lovely touch by number 8, Jennifer Williams. And the offside flag is up. I'd need to see that again. I'm not sure. I thought that was, it looked on to me. But you never know with angles, camera angles. I mean, the assistant referees, their job is to be right with the last offender. So you got one, they have one eye on the last offender and one eye to the person playing the ball. It's really, I mean, if it's just one of the hardest things to really accurately call the offside, because your eye has to be in 2 spots at one time. And this looks like trouble. Lets it play the advantage, and there it is, goal number 3 for Jamaica. Yeah, there's the Trinity Rodman dance. Let's say it. Malena Karamaya Johnson, mighty. Oh, she's mighty good here, isn't she? She doesn't fall down. She gets the advantage call. Play on. 3-0. 54th minute, Jamaica. I love that dance. First time I've seen it was Trinity Rodman last night, or the USA friendlies. They played Chile. And I'm sure it has a name, but I love good old celebrations like that. You know, clean and cute. What a play by number 9. I think I'll just call her Malena. Karamaya Johnson, mighty. That was a singularly awesome effort by her. There's the Jamaican goalkeeper. I was like, wait, where did you come from? Great play by number 15. Number 15 is our sub, Katanya Smart. That's the hard part about being a goalkeeper. London Kathy for Jamaica. You don't touch the ball for so long, and then all of a sudden, they're right on top of you, and you gotta, I mean, of course, goalkeepers, that is what they train for, is just their reaction time has to be great no matter what. Whether they're active in a game or whether they only see one touch. All right, Zanaya Harry to take it. She's been outstanding as well on that back line for the Vincent Heat. Just like that, just getting in the way, but doesn't get enough of that to clear it. Watch out, number 9 once more for Jamaica! Wide right! Oh, I thought that had side netting written all over it. Is she not making a play? Hey, coach, how about me starting? Malena Karamaya Johnson, mighty. I want her to score again so we can watch that Selly. Or, you know, she'll probably do a different one. Gonna have to Google where that Selly originated. Here's Richards to get in on the action. Here's Lecky, top of the D. She'll play it over to the left side, just outside the 6-yard box. And a shot that is corralled by Thomas. It's a left-footed punt that goes right up the middle. You really don't want to, high and wide is where you want to clear. This could be trouble. It's another right-footed shot, wide left, oh no. Jamaica, they are just pulling their hair out with some really right in front of the goal misses. And once again, it's number 9, Malena Karamaya Johnson, mighty, who has been the star of this second half. It's interesting. Some players just are, you know, suited to come off the bench. Although I've never met one who doesn't want to start. It's Richards, just outside the penalty area on the right side. Long cross, still in play on the far side. Here's Jamaica still in possession, top of the D. Leckie with the left foot over the crossbar. Nice half volley. Nice, but not on frame. The old ball coach coming out of me. Some of these players are just 14 years old, so few turns around the sun. It's quite amazing what they're able to do out here. And, you know, no matter the score at the end of the day, I want every Concacaf nation with the opportunity to compete. Quick throw by Jamaica. Richards from the right side, cross right across the goal mouth, but picked up by Thomas, the Vincent Heat goalkeeper. Love that orange top. Smoking hot kit. Some good footwork on the far side from the Jamaican midfielder. There's your Captain Hunt over there, just looking for some help, but dispossessed. And Jamaica once more down the left flank, sprinting into the 18-yard box. There's a right-footed shot and a save by Thomas. She has thwarted Chanel Walters, who just does not quit. She just keeps coming. Credit to Walters, that was on frame. You know what they say, shooters shoot. Walters is a shooter. And you just got to keep shooting. The ball will find the back of the net. All right, Jamaica will go short once more as St. Vincent and the Grenadines is pretty much low blocking it. They're getting all 10 players behind the ball, and that's just a mishit by number 3, Kyra Grant. And that one falls to Richards. Some physical play on that far side. Walters so strong as she down the left flank towards the byline. Outside of the foot and a shot! And another save by the goalkeeper, Thomas. She is en fuego. And I just finished saying shooters shoot, and Chanel Walters, Chanel is a shooter. If you're just joining us, we're in Oranjestad, Aruba. And it looks like Walters be coming over the sideline alongside Jennifer Williams. You know, if that was me, I would not want to be coming off the pitch. And in fact, they will be subbed for. Let's shout out number 2. That's Kalila Daly, the forward coming in, 16-year-old, plays for the Western Stars FC. And another corner kick. 16th in total, 4th of the second half. And there's a right-footed shot blocked once more by Captain Hunt of the Vincent Heat. You can see that captain's armband on her left bicep. You know, we talk about one of my favorite things about the under-17s and the under-15s, frankly, is the future star potential, and you can just see it in spades. Here's number 12 for Jamaica, Madison Bailey, looking to get a shot off, but the Vincent Heat have been excellent defending today. Now the forward trying to hold up just a little bit. Smart, dispossessed by Brown. Ball at her feet right now. Felicia Brown plays for Oakville SC. And here's a breakaway by Jamaica once more down the left flank. Left-footed shot, and again, a block. And another corner kick given up. The 5th corner kick of the second half, number 17 in total. And that shot was by the sub just onto the pitch, number 2, Kalila Daly. But the strategy of, you know, a very quick player coming in is not new in the middle or early second half. So you're basically got fresh legs against tired defender legs. But Milana Karamaya Johnson-Mighty has been terrific. Okay, goalkeeper change. How about that? Number 21, it's Chevanique Barnes comes in, and London Cathy, the captain, will sit. Her day is done. And the second keeper, oh, another one touch wide right. Getting important minutes for all the rotational players in these big competition. All right, one more sub for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Number 19, Natalie Lewis, just 14 years of age. There she is. Plays for System 3 FC. Welcome to the match. Marlana Sam will exit. And another clear, but over the byline. Kid with the left foot. So corner kick number 6 of the second half. Jamaica with the left foot, an outswinger to the top of the 6. This time Jamaica with a hip shot, but it's cleared over the byline. Throw in for Jamaica. These corner kicks, you don't want to give them up because they're so dangerous. They, you know, with one kick, the ball is in a dangerous position. And that cross, attempted cross by Anderson, wide right, so goal kick. And there's the head coach at the bottom of your screen, Ralph Stowe for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Assistant coach, Zayana John. Goalkeeper coach, Kevin Richardson Guy. Yep, that really could be a card, so Jaya Leckie got lucky there with the arm pull. At least it's better than a shirt pull. Here's your goal summary. It was an own goal in the 38th minute. That's Kidd, number 4 for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Then Leckie with the beautiful PK. And then number 9, Johnson-Mighty, scored in the 54th minute. Really, it's the only second half goal. Down the left flank, waiting for the goalkeeper to come up, and that's a goal! Count it! Jamaica, 4. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, 0. And it's the super sub, number 2, Chevanique Barnes, just clocked into the pitch, the 14-year-old. Now that's how you finish. she was in control that whole time, and she was just sort of waiting for the goalkeeper to come out. And when she did, she slotted it past her towards that near post. That is pretty darn high IQ for a 14-year-old. 68th minute. 2 goals in the first half, 2 goals in the second half now for Jamaica. Oh, watch out now. Chanel Walters, you know, she's been knocking all day. This time, I don't think she's going to miss, and she does it! Shoot her, shoot, Chanel! 5-0, Jamaica for number 15. 69th minute, so 2 goals a minute apart, and Chanel Walters, how about it, does not miss this time. Talk about the perseverance and the resilience of Walters. I think that might have been maybe shot number 12. And it finally got one to go in, and referee calmed things down a little bit between Butte, number 7, and sub number 12, Madison Bailey. So free kick for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It's Butte. Now that's a good header, but you don't want to head it right down the middle. Defensive headers go high and wide. One more time for Jamaica. There's a right-footed shot and a save. It was Johnson Mighty with another shot on goal. And Thomas with yet another save. There's a left-footed shot and another save by Thomas. What a laser by number 2, Barnes. Corner kick number 7. And number 19 in total, and I think that cooling break couldn't have come at a better time for the Vincy Heat, as they were under a lot of heat from Jamaica in this second half, or I think it's about cooling time. Player down for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Can't see the number right now, but temperatures in the low 80s. Water break. I think they should start calling them water electrolyte break. Concacaf calls it a cooling break, which is perfect. Jamaica indeed has found their shooting boots. I like that phrase. As they finish the first half with 20 shots. And how many shots are we up to in this second half? Got to be like in double digits easily. Cooling break will give me time to tell you that the top 4 teams, Canada, Mexico, Puerto Rico, and the United States, have received a bye in this qualifying round. 6 teams, 28 teams in total, divided into 6 groups. The group winner will advance with those aforementioned 4 teams to play in the Concacaf Under-17 Championship, and 4 teams from that championship, obviously including the winner, will advance to the Women's World Cup, the Under-17 Women's World Cup, which will be held in Morocco late October and December. So if you're wondering, Costa Rica is ranked 5th, El Salvador is ranked 6th in the CONCACAF rankings. Then Haiti is at number 7. Panama, which I believe I read they have already qualified, have won their group, in other words. Panama is at 8. Honduras is in this group. They are 9th. The Dominican Republic is ranked 10th. So that is your top 10 in the under-17s. And of course, it's different in the under-15s and the under-20s and the seniors. All right, back to live action. Everyone's hydrated with electrolytes and water. The electrolytes are the main cramping preventer. It's your mineral salts. All right, in is number 16 as she jogs on. That's Davion James. She is 16 years old and plays for Jabez. Another short corner for the Reggae girls. Now that ball pops to the 6-yard box. And ball bouncing around a little bit. You can see that low block by the Vincent Heat is making it difficult for the Reggae girls to get through. All right, Walters does a nice job keeping that in play. Throw in for Jamaica. There's a left-footed blast high over the bar. Aisha Thomas, goalkeeper for St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and another sub for the Vincent Heat, number 8, Giselle Bino. I think I said that right. Giselle also plays for Bequia United FC. Could be related to Astral Bino, who wears number 9. If so, that would be cool. They get to be on the pitch at the same time. Third total sub for the Vincent Heat. Some fresh legs to try to finish this one out. 15 minutes left to go, plus stoppage time. And they met in 2017. It was a 7-0 defeat. I'm sure they're trying to stay under that. But they're Jamaica, on the other hand, trying to catch Honduras, who has scored 18 goals. I don't think that's going to happen. Just tremendous team defense. So much talent. Barnes, number 2, successfully chipped the goalkeeper, but Vincent Heat defender came over and cleared it over the byline. 8th corner kick of this second half. There's a left-footed shot, but trying to clear it, still bouncing around the penalty spot, and then bashed over the bar. Goal kick coming up for Aisha Thomas. Remember that name. She has been terrific today. And, you know, finding quality goalkeepers is not easy to do. We know, we've heard that college coaches are watching this tournament, and you just never know. Oh, that's a beautiful seam pass through to Barnes. And she tries to cross it, but then it's played over the byline by the Vincent Heat. Corner kick number 9 of the second half. And we are up to 21 total. Butte unable to clear that, so we're going to do it again. 10th of the second half. 22 corner kicks. All right, on the left flank, low driven ball blocked by number 2, Zanaya Harry, also has played well today. All right, that's Talicia Anderson. Down to Walters. And that's a cross into Madison Bailey. And trying to draw that PK, but no foul called, and I agree. I am often a fan of just playing it over the touchline and allow your teammates to reset defensively. All right, Anderson once again for Jamaica to take the throw. That deflects off the Vincent Heat, so another throw for Jamaica, and Kyra Grant will come all the way over to take it, perhaps maybe a long throw on the way. And another substitution coming up, more fresh legs for somebody. 80th minute, so 10 plus stoppage time, and it'll be number 19 for Jamaica, Raquela Stewart. 17-year-old plays for Florida United. She is the 5th substitute for Jamaica.
Go.
Goal kick. Good shot from our crew of the Concacaf W ball. The football that is in place for all the games this week. Go to Concacaf.com for all the deets on. Oh, that's a great ball. Once again, right to the goalkeeper, Madison Bailey. You know, as they get older, they'll learn to, you know, peripherally see where that keeper is and shoot for the sides. I always say, you know, if you aim for the side nettings, it's hard for goalkeepers to save. You know, similar to inside of either post, the farthest distance from a goalkeeper. There's number 9. That's who I was talking about, Astral Bino. Here's Madison Bailey. She's in the box. She's in, and she decides to cross it to her teammate, and what a shot and a save. Another one by Thomas. I mean, that was an absolute delicious half volley from Barnes, who is, you know, we talk about Walters being a shooter. Well, Barnes has come on in this second half and said, put me in, coach, and more, much more. Chevanique Barnes, 14-year-old, plays for Charlotte Soccer Academy in that 2 jersey for Jamaica. You know, every time I do one of these games, it's like, I remember, put check marks to the future stars, and who's not to say she's not a star already? There she is, Barnes, on that far flank, left-footed, another shot, another save by Haisha Thomas, and she's gonna need a second. You know, there's Chevanique Barnes, but look at the power on that, and I think Thomas has punched a lot of balls, and, you know, the wrist, you know, unless you learn how to effectively punch, sometimes your hands just get up and reflexively, I should say, in the way. And so it could be a wrist issue. Of course, goalkeepers, they wear big gloves, and hopefully they tape their wrists. Looks like you can see the tape on her wrist, but she has been peppered is the right word with shots this afternoon by Jamaica. 20 in the first half, and I think we've got to be up around the mid double digits, like between 10 and 20 for this second half. But it's kind of what you would expect. You know, Jamaica is in the top 13 in Concacaf, so, you know, proud tradition of football in the country of Jamaican as well. I mentioned Bunny Shaw in the first half, still one of the greatest players ever to play. She's playing in the WSL, I think, for Manchester City, maybe Manchester United, I'm not sure. But I do love watching her play football. Had the pleasure of calling Haiti the other night. The 2024 Concacaf Player of the Year, by the way, Melchi de Mornay. And she's playing for Olympique Lyon in France. Still plays for Haiti, obviously, and she is a joy to watch. And she started right here, as did Bunny Shaw. They grow up playing in these tournaments, rising through the ranks. Concacaf starts at under 15 and then goes up through under 17, under 20, and then the senior teams. And if you go to Concacaf.com, good to see Haisha Thomas up. She needed a moment. The men's under 17, you know, starts in early February, which is right around the corner. Then we have the men's under 20, and then the senior women, the Concacaf W qualifiers. So if you love football like I love football, steady stream of it happening. Not to mention the Men's World Cup. Congratulations to Curacao for qualifying. Curacao, one of the host countries this week. A country of 156,000 people. And their men's national team qualified for the World Cup. That is what you love to see. And the rule is 10 yards. In case you're wondering, what's everybody yelling about the blue player too close to the ball? Once again, it's number 3, Kyra Grant. And she'll play it into the middle of the park for Taisha Grant, who loads up with that left foot. It's blocked. I wish we had a category for blocked shots, because this Vincent Heat side has been terrific. And your goal scoring summary, 2 goals. There's a header over the bar, but I'll applaud the header. Thank you. Appropriate use there. 2 goals in the first half, and then we've had 3 goals in this second half. 54, 68, and 69. All Jamaica, 5-0. And we're in the final 5 minutes. Davion James. There's a right-footed shot wide right. Didn't miss much by much. The sub that just came on, Rikayla Stort, with that shot in the right foot, plays for Florida United. I think she's the only 17-year-old on the roster. Future is bright for both sides. And number 7, Butte, has been terrific for the Vincent Heat. She has logged many miles. Play on, says the ref. There's the ball at her feet right now, looking for a teammate. And the ball just, first touch for goalkeeper number 21. That is Chevanique Barnes. Forgive me. I've been getting, their numbers are right next to each other. Number 2 is Kalila Daly, who has been that tall left winger for Jamaica. She scored the goal in the 68th minute. But the backup keeper is Chevanique Barnes, who's just 14. She just got her first touch. Forgive me for getting those names confused. Kalila Daly has made her mark here in the second half for Jamaica. You can see the Vincent Heat playing a high line here, trying to catch Jamaica offside. But you can't be offside on a throw-in. So Madison Bailey for Jamaica down to the byline and across. And then another block by the Vincent Heat. Here's a right-footed shot, and you really got to focus there. It's like your eyes get so big, but your mind has to say, stay compact over the ball. Get this ball on frame. Power shot on frame. 90th minute. Plus whatever stoppage time. And Zanaya Harry has just definitely been an outstanding player for SVG, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and I'm told we're expecting 3 minutes of stoppage time. So there is Grant over the bar. This has been so fun, so many talented players on both sides. Jamaica, no shortage of shooters. They got their shooting boots on. Thomas with a little fake and a little wasted time, I think. I mentioned, you know, they beat them 7-0 last time, so 5-0 is something to celebrate. That should be a goal kick coming up. At least if I was a coach, I would praise them for that. Another outstanding player today, Haisha Thomas, goalkeeper for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. All right, about 1 minute into stoppage time of 3. Madison Bailey, she wants more of Jamaica. Here's a shot right point blank. My goodness. Haisha Thomas has been so good. I mean, you really have to manipulate the ball to either side of her because that's how good she's been close in and around her body. Throw in for Jamaica. And there's Kalila Daly, number 2. Ball right around 2 off the post again for Madison Bailey. That's 2 post ringers for Jamaica. It has just been one of those days, and I know Honduras has 18 goals and they're trying to ring up goals, but that one rang up the post. Call is coming from inside the house, and the house is Jamaica. I think I'm gonna say 30 plus shots, and I want to say 40, but we'll see. You got to stay with us for post game. We have highlights and stats just for you. You can see all 5 of the Jamaica goals. Bailey back to Anderson. And every time SVG tries to get something going, Jamaica says, give me that back. And that's your final whistle. Your score, Jamaica 5, St. Vincent and the Grenadines 0. Your goal scoring summary: 2 goals in the first half by Jamaica. 1 was an own goal by Kidd. The second goal was a PK. So good first half. Leckie with the PK in the 43rd minute. And then it was 54, 68, and 69. Daly and Walters for goals. And then let's not forget number 9, Karamaya Johnson Mighty. Boy, she scored the 54th minute goal. Stay with us. When we come back, we'll have halftime highlights and stats just for you. Stay with us. You're watching Concacaf Women's Under-17 Qualifier. Oh, Mike. All the way we go back to the very beginning where we mentioned it in the first half. There is your first goal. It was sort of a deflection by number 4, the own goal by Kidd in the 38th minute. And it was unfortunate because they had held strong. 20 first half shots for Jamaica. I mean, literally, it was Jamaica all day, all long, as far as the shots go. And that is a penalty kick. You watch it one more time here. Number 7 comes in, Brute, and just hacks at the right ankle. And that is a good PK call and a clinical finish right here by Leckie. I mean, put that on tape. That is how you do it. You use the instep, more surface area, and that's how you get accurate, and that's how you convert a PK. It's 2-0 at that time, 43rd minute. And it would end that first half 2-0 for Jamaica. And here's the third goal. Boy, almost taken down, but what a goal. Milena, Karamaya, Johnson, mighty Johnson. Johnson Mighty, I should say, with the third goal. And I love the Selly. Can we have more of the Sellys? Goal number 4, Kalila Daly. Now that is a name to remember. 68th minute. Look at her go. She draws the keeper out, head up, and she slots it near post. Absolutely beautiful. And goal number 5, she had been poking, prodding, shooting all day, but shoot. And Walters finally gets the 5th goal. And indeed, in the 69th minute, Jamaica takes a 5-0 lead. Walters with the instep and the accuracy. Goal number 5 for Jamaica. Man, that is how we ended that one. Let's take a look at our full-time match statistics. How many shots do we have for Jamaica? I don't know. I think there were so many they actually didn't want to show us. But wait, we might be able to see it. There were 20 in the first half. Forgive us. Sometimes things work, sometimes they don't. But that 5-0 victory, the group standings, well, Jamaica now with an additional 3 points. They are in second place behind Honduras with 6, who is still yet to play. I want to say thank you. Group standings, I just gave them to you there. Honduras 1, Jamaica 2, Guyana, Aruba, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines round out 3, 4, and 5. Thank you to my producers, Ryan Young and Jesus Acosta Vargas. Great working with you guys. So long. See you back here at 7 p.m. I'm Jamie Watson signing off from Aruba.